Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. We've got a bit of a three-part video here, I suppose. First part of the video is to wish everybody in advance Merry Christmas, as we're in the week leading up to Christmas now, so I'm filming this. And I'm sure everybody's going to be busy with stuff, whether Christmas is a tradition they follow or not. It's going to depend on your religion, I guess. But I'll be spending a fair bit of time with family, but I just wanted to pass my seasonal greetings and Christmas wishes on to everybody, and wish them a healthy and happy new year as well. Now the reason for that is I'm going to have a bit of a slowdown on YouTube for the next at least the next couple of weeks to beginning of January. I don't know if you've for people who have followed my channel a fair bit, you may not have realised, but I've put out at least one video a day for the whole of the year. Now there is a possibility some days I might have missed one, but then other days I put out 2 or 3, but I've certainly put out between 350 and 400 videos in the year, which is ludicrous. And it's just it's very time consuming to shoot the videos. Obviously I do mostly 2, 3, 4, 5 minute videos, so I wouldn't be able to do one 25-minute video a day, and I tend to film most of them when it's light, either in the evenings or at this time of the year on Sundays. But obviously it's now got to the point where there's almost nothing to film, and I'd like a break as well, so I'm pretty much gonna step away from YouTube videos until the beginning of January. Now obviously I'm still going to be, I might still put out the odd video, but it certainly won't be one a day. I've probably got a couple on my phone ready to put out, which I might do next week. And if there's something very interesting that happens on a plant within perhaps my kitchen, for example, then I'll probably you know, feature that video and put it out. But I certainly won't be putting out videos every single day. But I shouldn't worry, because if you haven't been on my channel for a long time, I've probably got several thousand old videos, so you can go to the playlists and have a look back on some of those if there's anything that interests you, especially to see how things have developed. And also in this video I'm going to do the harvesting of the few cherry guavas, red cherry guavas I've got that are ripe, so that it'll be a harvesting video to follow onto this video as well. And then we'll do a tasting of them as well to see if they're any better or sweeter than they have been previously. So keep watching if you want to see the red strawberry or cherry guavas, or there may be the purple forest guava. I'll discuss that in the second part of the video. But anyway, that's what's happening. Christmas greetings. Then I'm going to have a break from YouTube a little bit, and obviously the strawberry guava bit follows straight on after this. So hopefully you'll keep watching, and I'll see you when we pick and taste those. So I thought we'd come out and pick some of these fruits and have a look at what's on the tree. Now obviously the light's not very good here, so the camera's actually turned on its flashlight automatically, so we can actually see what we're doing and have a look at the fruits on this tree. Now as you can see, they're extremely dark, so let's just, I think it's a good idea to pick a few of them. Basically what's been happening, I've got this in my front room next to, as you can see, the Christmas tree, because we're less than a week from Christmas. So, and they're coming off very easily. So I thought we'd have a big harvest and tasting. And what I'm getting is occasionally, obviously, I'm getting the odd fruit dropping off during the course of the day, and then I find it rolling around on the floor when I get home. That one's got a little bit of scarring on the skin, but it won't affect the fruit at all. Obviously I'm not going to bother picking the ones that are a bit a more sort of a light cherry colour, but these seem way darker than typical strawberry guavas you see in videos online, which does make me wonder if this is a purple forest guava. You can see there's a big variation in sizes, some of them very small. It does make me wonder if this is a purple forest guava rather than the standard red cherry guava. No real way of knowing for sure, but they're almost the colour of black grapes. They look a little bit like jaboticabas. Now, as I have said in videos before, this plant originally came from Canarius back in 2018, so I've had it for 5 years now, and obviously it's a good 5 feet tall, and it's now fruiting quite well, and it does flower at odd times of the year. These fruits are the result of flowers which you'd expect them to come in sort of June, probably about June, July, I think it started flowering. Might have been a bit earlier, but I had to cut it back because a lot of winter dieback last year. And then it flowers over a period of weeks, so you can see there's a lot of green fruits that look to me as if they're a few weeks away from being ripe still. And this time I've covered it in this polythene bag when I brought it inside to increase humidity. I think there's a couple of fruits higher up on the plant, if I can get to them or not. Not easier said than done with some of them. Not that it really matters if I leave them on the plants a bit longer. But there's certainly some higher up on the plant. There's one over there. But they'll only fall off in time here anyway. But I thought it'd be nice to come out and actually pick them and do the tasting after my after having done my Christmas greeting part of the video. So obviously the next part of the video, I've picked quite a few. There's a couple of slightly light red ones, but you can see just how dark they are, and that's why I'm wondering if it's a purple forest guava, because as I was going to say, Canarius still also sell the purple forest guava, and as I don't know how they source their plants, they may be getting them from another grower on the island. It's quite possible that that the labelling got mixed up on them when they were first I think we'll leave that one to last a bit longer. The labelling may well have got mixed up on them when they were either supplied to Canarius or while Canarius had them in stock, and it's possible these aren't the strawberry guava. I do have some strawberry guava plants, but they've not yet, or from other sources that have not yet produced fruits yet, so perhaps when they fruit it'll be interesting to see if they're more the colour of this little one rather than these very dark purple ones, or perhaps if you do leave strawberry guavas on to peak ripeness like I've tried to do, perhaps they do darken up more and people just pick them too soon. Anyway, I'll see you in the next part of the video where we'll do the tasting. Just as a quick 30-second interlude on the video, this is one of my yellow cherry guavas, which also has fruits on it, and these are some weeks behind that the purple forest or red strawberry guava, whatever variety it turns out to be. It does have fruits on it, and I've actually eaten one that had turned a yellowish colour, but they're literally, most of them are nowhere near starting to turn yellow yet. They'll probably will ripen as they're inside now, but they're quite some way off being ready. This one seems to have larger fruits than on the red one that I've just picked, but these are way off being mature, but there's quite a lot of fruits on this plant, and I'm hoping by keeping it right in front of my kitchen window that rather more will ripen up than just this one here, but we'll see how they go, and obviously at some stage I probably will do a video on these if we get any edible ones. So let's carry on with the tasting. Okay, so here we are back with the tasting, and I've got a little bonus here because not only have we got some of the red strawberry guavas or cherry guavas that I picked, or purple forest guavas, whichever they might be. There's also one yellow one that had fallen off that looks a bit underripe, and some lily pillies. Now, as you know, I do like to try and give people an idea of size, relative sizes, because if you're not familiar with these fruits, it's not always easy to see on a plate what size they are. So as everyone's familiar with hazelnuts, I thought there's a hazelnut that will give you some idea. Some of the fruits are a fair bit bigger than a hazelnut, and obviously some are smaller. And as a comparison to walnuts, you can see the fruits are quite a fair bit smaller than a walnut. lily pillies are quite small as well, but I thought we'd cut a number of the fruits open and have a look inside them. And don't need those from the point of view of trying, but we can have a look. I'm going to flip the camera around a minute and cut these open so you can see the colour of the inside, see what the yellow one looks like, and obviously we'll have a look at the lily pillies as well and try a couple of those as they've fallen off today, and then see if there's any sweetness in anything. So I'll flip the camera around and come back to you. Okay, so welcome back to the final part of the video, and I've just cut first the lily pillies open first, and you can see it's got an underripe, what I would call an underripe seed in it. I might leave this to dry out and see what happens, just taste it and see. Sour still. This one looks super ripe, wonderful magenta colour. Cut that one in half as well so you can look inside it. Basically they seem to be a little bit sour, these lily pillies. They're not really sweet at present. Again, it's got a small seed in it which seems to be semi-ripe. A little bit sweeter, that one. Kind of tastes a bit, they've got this weird, as you probably know, they've got that weird sort of like almost a polystyrene-y appearance to the flesh. They're not astringent, a little bit like an underripe apple maybe, hard to say. Right, let's cut this yellow cherry guava in half, see what this looks like inside. I think it'll have any okay, has got some seeds in it. Little bit of sweetness to it, not really prime sweetness. Now let's try one of these other red cherry guavas. Now to me, when you open these up inside, that coloration on them suggests to me that they're a purple forest guava, not the red cherry or strawberry guava. They seem to be a much darker flesh. Quite a nice sweetness to that one. You can see the variation in size. Little bit of slightly bitter aftertaste on that one. You have to swallow the seeds on them, they're too hard to bite. Let's cut another one open. I think that one of the problems with this slight aftertaste they have is because they're ripening so late in the year, in November. There's a little bit of heat obviously inside the house, but there's no natural sunlight to bring out the optimum sweetness in them. But that's pleasantly sweet, not bad to eat at all. Just that slight aftertaste I've got to them. It's a little bit of bitterness. Could be in the skin, might be in the seeds. Let's try this little one. You don't want to chew on them because the seeds are quite hard and crunchy. Lovely dark colour to the skin, flesh rather. I'm sure they're purple forest guava. All in all, quite a pleasant taste. I mean, I think they'd make a nice jam. They're possibly, I mean, they're sweet enough to eat fresh, but obviously I've only got a small quantity. I suppose over the course of the last couple of weeks, I've probably had about maybe 15 fruits, because I've had 2 or 3 single ones that have fallen before this batch that I picked, but I thought I'd pick this batch and we'd do a proper tasting on them. I'm quite happy to be here and munch my way through them. I normally cut the end off because they've got that sort of the end where the flower used to be, the calyx or whatever they call it, is a little bit hard and chewy. Each one seems to have about 3 or 4 seeds in them. I'm not bothering to save them, I've got enough plants, and you can buy the seeds quite easily online here, so they wouldn't be of use to anybody. Anyway, it was interesting. Got to try the lily pillies again for you, and one yellow cherry guava. Hopefully I'll have a lot more ripen on the other plant. The yellow ones are meant to be a little bit sweeter than the red ones. People seem to prefer the yellow ones, but I'm not sure if that's probably because it's the particular variety they've got, or they've picked them a bit underripe. I think sometimes they don't leave them on long enough to get to peak ripeness. I've got no choice here, because obviously because they're ripening in December, there's no point in picking them earlier, because they'd be completely sour and inedible. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Once again, happy Christmas. That might sound a bit odd if you happen to be watching this video in something like June or July, but thanks for watching the whole video. If you have done, for sticking with me, please give me a thumbs up. You can share the video if you think anyone will be interested. Please subscribe to my channel. Remember to click on the bell if you'd like updates on new videos when they come out. I'll see you all in the next video. Brett out for now.